Lines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus reminds you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam, IP&E, Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous Fresh Garden Bar. Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Straight ahead on prime time, the Archdiocese of Agana's Soup Kitchen is funded.
This is an unusual case, let's put it that way, as I get to the court. This is not your typical case where we're asking for a recusal for certain reasons. This is an obstruction of justice case. The rule says when you are a witness to underlying disputed evidentiary facts, then there's a bias that you know about the facts. And so
the lowest sentencing according to guidelines of...
Take him away from him. And then after that, 3 guys just came up, starting to help the other guys start to eat him, and then I just let him go.
Helgenberger also claims that the assailants live in the adjacent Hemlalni apartments. The victim, who asked that we keep his identity hidden, says the alleged assailants asked him for money to buy alcohol. When he refused, they followed and attacked him.
They need I'm gonna buy another drink. I asked him, no, that's okay. I'm going to sleep. They follow me in the gate. 3 guys follow me in the gate. And they eat me in the gate.
What did they hit you with?
In the gate.
What did they use to?
Shovel.
They used a shovel?
Shovel. And they take out of my wallet.
So they stole your money?
Yeah.
Did they tell you not to call the police?
They asked him another woman down there. He called police, they gonna kill him.
The victim explained that he was hit with a shovel and that his hands were cut as he blocked their attempts to stab him. Recon says they filed a complaint with the Guam Police Department, hoping the men responsible are caught. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Julius Santos.
In other island news headlines, Customs has cleared all CBD products that were previously on hold this weekend. This comes after Governor Lulian Guerrero ordered the release following close consultation with the island's Attorney General. With more on this issue is Nestor Lecanto.
Customs Director Ike Pareto explains the policy on CBD products going forward.
We're going to continue to inspect the products when they come in, and if we have any questions about concerns, we'll note it down and refer that matter to Public Health to pursue the matter.
On Friday, Governor Leon Guerrero issued an order to release the products as they're no longer considered a controlled substance. But she says Guam must still adhere to other laws that regulate it. The governor says Public Health will continue to ensure that per Food and Drug Administration regulations, CBDs are not marketed for use in the diagnosis, cure, or prevention of disease. Pareto says the biggest concern of his officers is that the products are properly labeled.
And that's why we requested Public Health to please come and investigate these products, and that's what they did. They came to our agency, they recorded everything, they packaged it, sent it out to FDA, and we're waiting for the particular result. Public Health will probably come up with regulations dictating that this is the regulation that will be in place, so that Customs can be more knowledgeable of what to enforce out there.
In a news release, the governor cautioned that there's only one CBD prescription drug that's been approved by the FDA for safe consumption. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Also tonight, it may be easier to get to Hong Kong than to our neighboring island of Rota. Tomas Manglona joins us again with a report on how one island fisherman is the solution for families who are unable to get a flight up north.
Guam resident Frank Mendiola is a fisherman, but at least 3 times a week, you find him transporting people between Guam and Luta.
It's hard to get airlines out of Guam, and there's a lot of them that's stuck here. So we try to help them.
Frank's boat is the solution for many families who can't catch a flight on Rota's only commercial airline passenger service, Star Marianas, which offers 6 to 8 seats. Most flights are already booked for the next few weeks. Now, Frank isn't alone. He and about a handful of other fishermen travel between Guam and Rota by boat every week, sometimes even transporting caskets that are too large to fit in the aircraft. Frank rode these waters on his 28-foot boat for almost a decade. When he's not fishing, he brings as many as 11 people between the islands on the 3 to 5 hour excursion.
I've done it for weddings, funerals, and all types of parties.
He's done more of the trips after United Airlines terminated its services to Rota a year ago. Their 166-seater plane only flies between Guam and Saipan. United Corporate Communications tells KUAM that it has no plans to add services to Rota. The demand is so great that in the middle of this interview, another family called Frank to schedule their trip from Luta. Some of the stories he hears on deck are more extreme.
I got a call one day, and this individual is on wheelchairs, and they want to accommodate him on the airline because he's on wheelchairs. I mean, that guy can't get off so we load him up on my boat, try to bring him down as comfortable as we can.
He says even if it comes at a personal cost, it's stories like this that motivate him to take the journey.
I work for the government, and we are a public servant for and I also consider me doing this to the people of Rota as a servant, public servant.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tomas Manglona.
Well, it also seems tonight that the concern for contamination isn't just one with your public sector. The military is working with GWA to test and monitor all of the island's production water wells for chemical substances. By way of a joint release, NAVFAC Engineering Command Officer and Joint Region Marianas Regional Engineer Captain Dan Turner says, quote, "In keeping with the One Guam pillar, JRM and GWA have taken voluntary and proactive measures towards monitoring potable water wells." He also says safe drinking water for our entire island community is a top priority. Now, the U.S. Navy, in accordance with the Environmental Restoration Program, is conducting surface soil testing for PFAS on Navy property and will test Anderson Air Force Base once areas of concern are identified in the preliminary assessments. Current sites being tested are Big Navy, NICTAMS, Nimitz Hill, the Naval Hospital, the Naval Ordnance Annex, and NCTS Finnegodson. Well, please stay tuned because Prime Time will continue right after this. Keep watching and keep streaming. We're back in a flash.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world. Take stunning photos with a 123-degree field of vision. Use your phone to charge other wireless charging devices. Don't just stand out, stand apart.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're gonna be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're gonna be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
Ah, Spain, home of the Grand Mick Extreme Bacon Burger from McDonald's. Fresh beef, Applewood smoked bacon, and Gouda cheese. But to get one, you'd have to get your passport, get to the airport, squeeze into the middle seat, go through customs, get into an itty-bitty taxi, say Llévame al McDonald's más cercano, and finally order one. Or get to your neighborhood McDonald's now, because for a limited time, worldwide favorites are here. Around the world is now around the corner.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Chris Barnett has a next report about an island eyesore, evidently, that's been discovered in the heart of Guam's tourism district.
A dump site and junkyard in our island's tourism capital? That's exactly what KUAM News found at the backside of the Verona Hotel. An overflowing dumpster full of rotting household trash, mattresses, sofas, refrigerators, microwaves, water heaters, toilets, bathtubs, old vacuum cleaners, windows, television sets, and even part of an airplane? Just some of the items KUAM News found at the Hotel Verona. That dump site not the only thing raising our eyebrows here at the Verona Hotel in Tumon. This parking lot full of over 40 vehicles, some with flat tires, some with cracked windshields, all of them missing their license plates. And with the Verona Hotel currently closed for business, we have questions and we're not getting any answers. The hotel is currently being sued by the government of Guam for $330,000 in back taxes, and it's also been a regular fixture in the news, the subject of 15 Department of Labor complaints affecting over 100 employees since 2013. These tour bus drivers told us the hotel has been closed down for over a month. They just come here to kick back and take smoke breaks. We asked if they knew anything about the abandoned vehicles with no license plates. They just shrugged and told us, Guam is crazy. We even asked the Guam Police Department if the parking lot was being used to store impounded cars. GPD, no idea what we're talking about. There are other abandoned vehicles on the property as well. We tried to get a response from the hotel, which is owned by David Su, but the hotel's doors were locked and their phone disconnected. Su, a prominent member of the Chinese community, he's the Chinese Chamber of Commerce's Development Committee chairman. We notified the Guam Environmental Protection Agency about what we found at the Verona, and they told us an agency inspector would be on site tomorrow. In the meantime, it remains to be seen how this eyesore could have grown right under the heart of our tourism industry's nose. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
And Chris has a doubleheader for you tonight. Is not in our backyard, please, is what one Tamuning resident is calling out his neighbors and landlord for dumping trash behind their apartment complex. Once again, here's Chris.
Mark Moore has had enough. The Summer Garden resident lives in these Tamuning apartments owned by Cortec. He showed KUAM News an illegal dumping ground behind his apartment building. Never mind how it looks, the stench of rotting food and rodents creating just not a nuisance, but a health hazard as well, Moore says.
Attracts rodents, different pests, whatever. Yeah, that poses health risks. Could breed disease, you know. There's kids running around. There's a couple diapers over there. They're throwing their diapers. It's definitely not sanitary.
Kimchi bowls, beer cans and bottles, diapers, plastics, butane cans, and rotting food attracting flies and maggots as it all sits in muddy rainwater runoff. Moore, clearly frustrated that he's getting no response from his neighbors and apartment management.
I've been notifying the landlord at least 3 times, probably more, and they responded by putting out leaflets saying offenders would be fined and possibly evicted, but none of that's happened.
Moore says he's witnessed neighbors on the 2nd and 3rd floors throwing trash from their balconies, which are shielded from view on the backside of Summer Garden. His message to them?
Just have more respect for themselves and other people and be cleaner. Throw your trash where it's supposed to go, and everything will be a lot better.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Well, Summer Garden is owned by Cortec, which, if you didn't know, the headquarters is right next door from the apartment. Property manager Richard Tantamko says he has warned tenants many times, and it says the area issue is cleaned twice monthly. He adds Cortec is planning on installing security cameras in the area and also offering a reward for tenants on information on who may be littering the area. Well, we have regional headlines for you now. Here's Ashley with KSPN2 News.
Hafa-day Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI. House Joint Resolution number 21-4, a resolution that could legally change how citizens are born here in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands.
For the CNMI, it's always been brought up as an issue about birth tourism, and it was also on a concern on the federal side. I'm sure that a lot of it has to do with the growth of the birthing tourism here in the Sinai.
The resolution stems from 902 negotiations and says, quote, to provide mutual consent to amend Article 3, Section 303 of the Covenant to establish a Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands in political union with the United States of America to limit birth tourism in the Sinai, end quote.
This House Joint Resolution came directly from the 902, or from the administration to the 902. I believe that prior to whatever they negotiated in the U.S. mainland, there were some concerns that were brought up, and the 902 had drafted a resolution over this way, so we can see that there's perspective from the from the Sinai government that they will be, addressing that they want to actually address that. And this is nothing new. We've been trying to address it on a local level, but maybe we need to address it on a higher level.
Discussions were made in the Sinai House of Representatives, and an amendment was passed to modify the resolution, stating if a mother gives birth in the Sinai and is legally employed under a work visa here in the Commonwealth, her child can become a U.S. citizen. But if the mother is not legally working here, her child must become a citizen of where the mother is a passport holder.
Because domicile is defined so broadly, but also terms that is part of the domicile language, right? I guess is dwelling, and dwelling is technically living here, right? So the domicile is too broad. I think legally employed employees should be allowed that portion to have their child to be a citizen. Because what are we gonna do? Separate them?
15 voted yes and 1 voted no. Representative Sheila Babauta.
I requested that the House Joint Resolution be sent back to committee because I think that we don't fully understand the impact that this will have on the CNMI. Right now, we're facing so many issues, labor issues, austerity measures have been taken. And my main question was really the authority. I mean, this is regarding the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, right? And so where does our authority lie when it comes to talking about U.S. citizenship and granting it or denying it from people who visit our islands?
She says other options need to be looked at before agreeing on such a big decision that affects the future citizens of our islands.
Is this really the smartest way for us to go about it? When we're talking about U.S. citizenship here and the blue passport and what a lot of people around the world are fighting for to gain U.S. citizenship. Do we really understand the impact and the severity of the situation?
The resolution will now go to the Senate for approval, and if passed, will then head to the U.S. Congress in the mainland. Reporting for KSPN2, I'm Ashley McDowell.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2 News, I'm Ashley McDowell.
And back on Guam, your elected senators held confirmation hearings today for a pair of boards with time-sensitive issues pending. They're trying to fast-track appointees for the Contractors License Board and the Regional Transit Authority. Former Port and Gura Controller Rina Borja is under consideration for the Contractors Board, which, as freshman Senator Jim Moylan notes, faces a backlog of hundreds of applications.
Trying to get a quorum, I guess, is the problem. So I think what's really important is that all these board members are able to come regularly to assist the director and get the contracts approved.
And I do realize that they are waiting for our members to be on this board so they can get the work going. So I'm ready.
Fellow freshman Pito Terlahi, seen here, also welcomed the nomination of longtime educator and administrator Alijo Sablan to the Transit Authority Board. Terlahi says time is of the essence on various pending projects.
There's like over millions of dollars that has been set aside for the Guam Mass Transit Authority since 2014. And if we don't expedite the appointment of the members, the board members, then we might lose those millions of dollars.
I have a deep interest in the mission of the agency, which is to provide a safe and reliable transportation system for the citizens of Guam.
The nominations will be forwarded for consideration by the full legislature, possibly by the next session. All right, stay tuned because sports is coming up. Big news about the FD Alumni Basketball Tournament and also your birthday shout-outs coming up.
Make every day a plus.
Pull, dip, pop, like it's your J-O-B. Cheesy Bites Pizza from Pizza Hut is back, people. Time to go to work on them before they're gone. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The summer of Jeep, Compass, Cherokee, Wrangler, Cars Plus, and Mighty. Your new adventure starts now. Buy the 2019 Motor Trend SUV of the year and get a new Jeep Wrangler Sport for $268 per paycheck. Or get a new Jeep Compass Sport, only $167 per paycheck. Let them hear you coming in the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Buy for $205 per paycheck. And get financing as low as 1.99% on all Jeep models. Come see why you'll be kicking it at Cars Plus in Mighty. Driven by you.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. I'll get to some powerlifting news on Guam's Big Tone representing the 671 out in Las Vegas. But first off, some championship basketball from the FD Alumni Basketball Tournament. Check it out. Class of 06 taking on Class of 09 in the title game of the FD Alumni Basketball Tournament. The jungle was packed and hyped for the matchup. Steve Gatewood with the three-pointer for 09. Kev Javier puts 09 up 5-0 after the left-handed layup. Refs letting the guys bang and play some grown man basketball. Julius Yu with the behind-the-back pass to Mike Scroll, who drives and dumps the ball off to Rob Leon Guerrero, who pulls up for the jumper. Hand down, man down. Dom Sablon finds Bobby Onadera in the corner. Cross-court pass, all net on the deep ball. Sablon puts up a three of his own, misses but follows his shot and gets the rebound. Goes right back up with the jumper at the free throw line. Basket's good for 2 points. Brian Affligwe drives left, looking to attack the basket. Contact on the play. Rob Leon Guerrero misses the tip back. Affligwe with the loose ball gives it back to Leon Guerrero for the bank shot high off glass. 06 bringing the ball up court. Affligwe with the pass to Julius Yu. Yu pulls up well behind the yellow line and hits for three. He finished the game with 18 points. 06 went on to take the game 49-46, winning their 7th title of the tournament and holding on to bragging rights for another year. Brian Affligwe with the layup in the dub. Huge shout out to Guam's Big Tone for representing at the USPA drug-tested national championships in Las Vegas. Tone bagged 2 golds in the open bench and walked away with the meet's best lifter medal. He broke 5 Guam records in the 125 kilogram category. His 1,790-pound total consists of a 644-pound squat, 474-pound bench, and 672-pound deadlift. Now for your Pacific Games update from Samoa. Our women's national basketball team beat Tahiti 72-63. Destiny Castro led the way in the win with 24 points. Castro showed her range, hitting 4 of 9 shots from the outside. Mia St. Nicholas added 13 points with 6 rebounds. Darren Stinnett put up 11. Kat Castro and Callie Beneventi added 8 and 6 points respectively. On the men's side, Guam stays undefeated after beating New Caledonia 89-61. Ty Wesley scored a game-high 28 points. Wesley hit 11 of 20 shots from the field and pulled down 8 rebounds. Darren Hechanova chipped in with 14, going 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Will Stinnett and J.P. Cruz contributed with 10 points apiece. The men's team struggled from three-point range, hitting 6 of 23 shots put up.
The phone you want now on the best network and a plan that gives you endless data on chat, social, and music apps. Tell your Docomo Pacific rep you want now with access. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply.
Pull, dip, pop, like it's your J.O.B. Cheesy Bites Pizza from Pizza Hut is back, people. Time to go to work on them before they're gone. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The Holiday Pledge is definitely like an extension of the Holiday spirit, which is all about family. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. Today, I wear this uniform. I'm definitely proud of my job and what we do. I not only live it in the uniform, but outside of the uniform as well. It's definitely a way of life. I live the Holiday Pledge every day of my life.
Check out Triple J's spectacular deals going on now during the hot summer savings event. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Get into a Mazda CX-5 at its lowest price of $19,995 or $152 per paycheck. The big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $282 per paycheck, or the Honda Civic starting at only $176 per paycheck. Triple J says yes. Purchase your next vehicle online at triplejguam.com today. Triple J, customers first.
All right, what you have all been waiting for, tonight's birthday shoutouts. All right, everybody, back at it for Monday, and here are your birthday shoutouts. Happy birthday to Dr. Larry Lazama. Happy birthday, love your family, and all of us at KUAM and Cold Stone Creamery. Happy birthday, Doc. Also, a very, very happy birthday to one of our own here, the immensely talented Cami Igarola. You can find her on podcasts. You can find her on Uno's channel. Super, super nice person, immensely talented. Happy birthday, Cami. We've also got a belated birthday wish going out to Andrew, to happy birthday baby Andrew from the family. It says Nana, Papa, Grandma and Grandpa, Atiza, Amista, Gavin, Kei, Trini, Izai, Uncle Frankie, Auntie Nina, and Grandma Rosie, and especially Grandpa Steve, who is currently deployed. Hope everybody had the best birthday ever. Okay, you know the deal. If you want in on the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club, just go to KUAM.com, hit birthdays, register, and then just tune in. It is that simple. Well, it is Monday, the third of the month, so we have got Good Life coming up right after this.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.